Ranby Prison in Nottinghamshire is at the forefront of a unique experiment never filmed before, the latest attempt to deter the burglar once and for all. Prisoner number LC4454, Andrew Jones, is a career burglar. Today he's going to come face to face with his past.
You're not getting anything out of this, are you?
No, I'm not getting anything out of it at all. It's just for peace of mind for myself, you know, to prove to people that I have changed and lepers do change the spots.
I know.
Susan Hebden has never recovered from the violation of her home last December, but she might do after today. She's going to confront the burglar who ruined her life.
I don't know if I'll even be able to speak to him. I have no idea. The thought of going to a prison to see him is terrifying.
It's not Susan personally who's being victimised. You know, it's just a property. Probably this won't be the last time that she gets burgled, and that is the truth of the matter.
While it's understandable that meeting a criminal is disturbing for the victim, for Andrew, the prospect of meeting the victim of his crime brings mixed emotions.
I am looking forward to it. Yeah, I am. But I didn't think I'd be as frightened as what I am now.
Who's going to be in there?
There's going to be Klaus and Andrew.
He's going to be in here.
Are you okay? Do you want to take a minute or... Let's get yourself together. Wait until you're ready, because...
Okay.
Yeah.
You sit in that one, Mrs. Hebden. Thanks.
Thank you.
Right. Welcome again, Mrs. Hebden.
Hello.
Can I welcome everybody to this mediation session? Do you want to say your name?
I'm Andrew.
Would you like to say yours?
I'm Susan.
Thank you. Yeah. Just one or two rules to make it go smoothly. And I hope you'll be both in agreement with these. We've previously arranged that Mrs. Hebden would speak first. She can take as long as she needs, just to tell us what the effects of the offence were on her, how she coped with it. At the end of that time, you can then, Andrew, have some uninterrupted time to say what you want, to explain, to try and answer the questions that Mrs. Hebden raises. And more or less, those are the rules. Any difficulties with those?
No, not at all.
The floor is yours, Mrs. Hebden.
Have you no shame? I mean, for Pete's sake, you're not some young lad. You're 40 on the 6th of December. 40. Is this how you're going to spend the rest of your life, causing misery to people? You should be ashamed of yourself. Absolutely ashamed. You've got no conscience for the people that live in the houses. None at all. I'm not a violent person. I've never been violent in my life. But I want to hit you. I want to slap you, kick you, hurt you. I felt as though I'd been raped. That's how violated I felt. And I'm sorry to anybody that's had that happen to them. I know that's not a fair thing for me to say, but it was that personal, and it is that personal, you know. It's our home. I've waited so long to say this to you, and I'm finding the whole situation being here very difficult. It's a beautiful afternoon out there, so what the heck am I doing sitting here in a prison going through all this? I'll tell you why. Because people like you need to see the effect that your actions have on people like me and my family. I wanted you to face me, just me, eye to eye, because I want you to remember me. And the next time you pick up a hammer or whatever it is to smash somebody's home up, you think about me and you put it down and you walk away and you sort yourself out, because it's time you did. That's it.
Thanks very much for that, Mrs. Hebden. Thank you.
I could blame it on smack, I could blame it on drugs. But I'm not going to blame it on drugs because it wasn't the drugs that jumped through you, and it was me. I chose that path, right? It's a path that I ended up getting into. I'm an easily led person, and I got into the wrong circle of people. I ended up on drugs, on a bad smack habit. I needed drugs that day when I came across your property. And whether it was your property or the next house down the road, if I couldn't have got into your property at that time, the house further down the road would have been attempted. Before you came here, we was talking on how I am feeling, and I feel ashamed. More than you'll ever know. You know? I've had things in properties in my time, and I can quite imagine that I'm feeling twice what you're feeling now if anybody had ever violated my property, love. And I can understand you wanting to kick, punch me, because I'd want to do exactly the same thing. But until today, me actually meeting you, meeting a victim for the first time, now I know how you feel, just by looking at you, love. And I really am sorry. I am sorry.
You say you understand, you can't. You cannot understand the way it is, the way I feel, the way my family feels. It's real people that you're affecting by this. You don't just claim it off from the insurance, not a bit of it. It's the people that matter, not the possessions, it's the people.
Do you steal anything when you're a smack habit?
From your own grandmother.
You take your grandmother's teeth.
My grandmother died indirectly as a result of a burglary. She was 95 and she was a lovely lady. Lovely lady. And her home was burgled within hours of her going into hospital. And she died because she couldn't face going back to a house where everything had been moved. She deserved better than that.
When I'm on drugs, nothing in the world matters to me. Nothing other than getting what I want for my fix. I got myself into a situation where I didn't care what my mum, my dad, my brothers, sisters, friends thought. I got that low. I got into a situation that I should never have let myself get into. But I did. And I made a mistake. And I'm paying for it.
You've got to pull yourself together and get a life, a decent life. Reassess what the real important things are in your life. And it's the people in your life. And if you're hurting them and embarrassing them, then there is no point to it.
I'm not going to be doing drugs no more. I do have random drug tests, BDTs, right, to prove that we're not taking drugs anymore. It's easy enough to get drugs in prison. I won't deny that fact, right, but I don't take them. If I start carrying on taking drugs now, it's just the start of, you know, to go through that gate, right, just down to Retford to Worksop, there's drugs everywhere. I don't want that no more. Drugs will take me to the grave if I don't stop.
It's hard to believe you, really. It's hard to believe that you mean it. I know you've deceived people. I know you have a way with you. I know you can be charming and a Jack the Lad, and that's why you're not charming me one bit, because I won't let you.
No, I really am sorry. You can't understand how sorry I am. I don't have to be here today, Susan, to see you. But I've come for my peace of mind and to express to you just how sorry I am, and the other people that I've also burgled.
I think one of your concerns from the start, Mrs. Hebden, was that in a way you expected him to say sorry.
Yes, I did.
But you were concerned about how genuine that might be.
Absolutely.
Do you have any further thoughts on that?
No, I haven't. I want to believe you. Sitting here, you look a perfectly regular guy, I accept that. I'm not naturally aggressive or suspicious, but I just have to think that you are the man that did that to us, to our family, to our lives, and it's very hard to believe a word you say, very hard.
Is there anything that Andrew could do or say to try and prove his
He'll
being
never
genuine?
be able to prove it, not to me directly, because I don't want to know what you do in the future. But prove it to yourself and prove it to your family. They're the ones that matter. You won't see me again or hear from me again after this, which is the way it should be. But your family have got to live with you, and you've got to live with yourself.